annual class night. During this evening's ceremony, we will be honoring the class of 2004 and the many awards they have received. For many of us, the journey here has been long and hard, but with hard work, dedication, and faith, we've persevered and arrived at this important rite of passage. We would ultimately like to thank our friends, families, and educators for being our support systems through the last 13 years. We've gone through ups and downs, joys and sorrows, and of course, many accomplishments and failures. And you've seen us through it all. Certainly we would not be here without you. So without further ado, I would like to present this year's class of 2004.
Class Vice President. Aaron Pryor, Secretary. Danielle Matter, Treasurer. Christina Bender, Historian. Jeremy Parson. Eric Klein. Travis Buffington. Christopher Dodd. Jason Lenker. Isaac Schultz. Jill Kuppenhaber. Kayla Klauser. Brittany Wortley. Ashley Messner. Rachel Dietrich. Boyer. Christina Sims. Ashton Schwallow. Amy Wyatrowski. Shannon Rich. Courtney Jury. Abby Miller. Megan Schultz. Stephen Wilson. Brandon Miller. Travis Kissinger. Marvin Booth. Jordan Snyder. Rodney Welker. Robert Rynell. Raymond Belak. Kyle Warner. Ashley Kunkel. Tasha Baker. Ashley Bingaman. Lauren Sitcom. Nicole Warner. Danielle Wilbert. Shara Lesher. Tiffany Wenzel. Bender. Abigail Beloven. Molly Sweet. Valerie Shiro. Ashley Newbold. Samantha Rocha. Paula Hockenberry. Kate Moore. Drew Nate. Justin Antez. Robert Weiler. Isaiah Daniels. Justin Shiley. Corey Miller. Michael Diedrich. Family, administrators, faculty, and friends, the graduating class of 2004.
On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers. No, I'm not trying to sell you a car, but instead I am making a general statement about life, a statement about people. The road of life is a rocky one, filled with many detours and roadblocks, and always twisting and turning. As our time here at Upper Dauphin comes to a close, the question lingering over each of our heads is, which direction will we take? Will we be the drivers in life or the passengers? Every year, in every history class and book, students learn about important figures in history, those leaders who take control of every situation thrust upon them and handle each with the true grace only a natural leader possesses. These are the drivers in life, the people not afraid to grab the wheel and take the road less traveled. And yet, while I challenge the class of 2004 to strive to be drivers, we all know the drive is dull without passengers. The passengers are the backbone of society, the support system, the individuals who carry out the hopes and ideas of the leaders, and without whom society could not go on. Both of these positions are unique, and both equally important. Looking around today, you may have already decided in your mind the fate of each of these graduates. Who do you think will be the passengers and the drivers? I have to admit that I too have some preconceptions. graduation, a wonderful freedom has been sprung upon us. The ability to reinvent ourselves, the ability to change who we are, and the ability to become who we want to be. No longer are we confined by the closed-mindedness of high school. We can be whomever we choose. Although sometimes we wish it did, unlike a car, life does not have reverse. We cannot go back and change the mistakes we have made these past 4 years, the tests we didn't study for, the opportunities we didn't take, or the people we never got to know. But we can let these experiences shape us into the adults we are destined to be. The real world has yet to discover the class of 2004. There are no fixed ideas. We have nothing to prove, but there are also no limits to hold us back. Like a car fresh off the assembly line, the class of 2004 has many miles left to travel and many places left to see. And just as today, we are not the same people as we were on our first day of high school. In 4 years, we will not be the same people we are today. A wise English teacher once told us, when you are no longer comfortable with your present situation, run and run fast. I think I am not alone when I say we have reached that point in our lives. When we are no longer content with allowing others to guide us, we must start down our own paths. But the question remains, not what we are running from, but what are we running towards? We are running towards an idea, an abstract thought that can only be defined with time. We are running towards what could be, our hopes and our dreams. There are no maps or directions leading us to our futures, only our instincts and the knowledge we've acquired through the years here at Upper Dauphin. Never before and never again in our lives will we have so many options available to us, so many opportunities to better ourselves, and yet we will never forget where we came from and what got us to this point. Upper Dauphin will always be with us. The class of 2004 has come a long way. We are standing in the shoes of many who came before us and of many more to come. But what we do to set us apart from others is in our hands. Some will be passengers, others drivers, but either way, we will make a difference. Like a sunny day, with the windows down and the wind blowing through your hair, the freedom which is being given to us is refreshing and overwhelming all at the same time. To the class of 2004, wherever the road may lead you, always keep the youthful inner drive which we are filled with today. Never lose sight of your goals, and always enjoy the ride.
Thank you, Aaron. To the parents, for the past 4 years, it has truly been my honor and privilege to have been associated with such a fine group of kids. And I want to thank you, and I think they are a true tribute to you and to this school. Thank you. So let's get started with the awards. Army Scholar Athlete Award. This award was created in 1981 by the Army Reserve to honor top students. The 2 students whom the Army Reserve is honoring have achieved the winning combination, excellence in both academics and athletics. The awardees are Christopher Dodds and Victoria Undercuffler. Presenting the award, Rebecca O'Donnell. An Academy of Medical Arts and Business Scholarship is awarded based on an interview, high school recommendations, and test scores. Our congratulations goes to Molly Weeks for being chosen to receive this award. Presenting this scholarship, Mr. Barry Klippinger. Alberta College Trustees Scholarship and Dean's Award, an Albright College Trustees Scholarship, and a Dean's Award have been awarded to Martina Nguyen. Presenting the scholarship and award is Mrs. Joanne Hine. The American Businesswomen's Scholarships are presented to students who are in good academic standing, deserving and worthy of financial assistance, and are planning to pursue additional educational training. Victoria Undercuffler is the recipient of the Sharon Clough Memorial Scholarship. We have two recipients of the Rainbow Valley Chapter Scholarship. They are Stephanie Foltz and Abigail Volovich. Presenting the scholarships is Mrs. Kathy Hoover of the Rainbow Valley Chapter of the American Businesswomen's Association. Vic, would you remain standing, please? Vic, you can stay here. Didn't get the hint. The American Legion John Lloyd Post number 404 of Elizabethville and the American Legion John Yanasak Post number 124 of Lichens each sponsored an essay contest on the topic, What is Patriotism? The Upper Dauphin Senior, who placed first in the Lichens contest, was Victoria Undercuffler. The Upper Dauphin Senior, who placed first in the Elizabethville contest and county competition, was Katie Hoffman. Presenting the awards is Mr. Barry Klippinger. American University Presidential Scholarship. An American University Presidential Scholarship for full tuition has been awarded to Kate Knorr. Presenting the scholarship, Mrs. Barbara Minchoff. Paul Baker Foundation Scholarship. This $1,000 scholarship is dedicated to the memory of the local media celebrity Paul Baker of What's Cookin' with the Baker Show and WHP-AM and WHYL-AM. Abigail Volovich is the recipient of this award for communication majors. Presenting the scholarship, Kathy Baker O'Day. Booster Scholarship is given to a marching band member in good academic standing who has participated in school and community activities and plans to further his or her education. The recipient is Christopher Evans. Presenting the award is Mrs. Beverly Whitmer, incoming Band Booster President. The Mary Dauphin Memorial Award is chosen by the flute section of the band. This is based upon the recipient's leadership, musical ability, and willingness to work with others. The recipient's name is engraved on the school's plaque. The awardee is Danielle Mattern. Presenting the award, Mr. Chad McCartney. Danielle, please stay here. The Semper Fidelis Music Award is given by the United States Marine Corps to an excellent male and female musician who contributes to the band by being prepared, dependable, and responsible, and also participating in an instrumental music festival. This year, the recipients are Christopher Evans and Danielle Mattern. Presenting the award, Mr. Chad McCartney. Chris, this time it's your turn to stay here. The John Philip Sousa Band Award is given in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music. This student was selected by his or her peers as an example of good musicianship, leadership, and dedication. This year's recipient is Christopher Evans. Presenting the award, Mr. Chad McCartney. The Big 33 Scholarship Foundation has awarded 5 $1,000 scholarships to UDA seniors. These students were chosen through a very intense selection process of 5,000 participants. The recipient of the Big 33 Christian McNaughton Memorial Scholarship is Victoria Undercuffler. Presenting the award is Mr. Stanley Weaver. The following awards will be presented by Mrs. Jackie Harner. The recipient of the Capital Area Chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame is Kelsey Harmon. Aaron Pryor is the recipient of the Perseverance Lodge number 21 F&AM Scholarship. The recipients of the Waste Management Scholarships are Christopher Dodds and Abigail Volovich. The Holly J. Blaine Memorial Award is made possible through the efforts of the class of 1987. The award is presented to a student who excelled in fundraising and had a good attendance record throughout high school. The recipient is Jamie Stroecker. Presenting the award, Mrs. Shelley Kastner. Bridgewater College Achievement in a Community of Excellence Scholarship. Justin Annis has been selected to receive an Achievement in a Community of Excellence Scholarship at Bridgewater College. Presenting is Mrs. Jackie Harner. E. Jerry Brooks Academic Excellence Awards. Seniors who have obtained a GPA of 3.8 or better have earned varsity letters in 2 different varsity sports and have earned a minimum of 3 letters during high school received the District 3 E. Jerry Brooks Academic Excellence Awards. The recipients of these awards are as follows: Alyssa Adams, Christopher Dodds, Kelsey Harmon, Martina Nguyen, and Victoria Undercuffler. Presenting these awards, Mr. Stanley Weaver. Bucknell University Scholarship. Katie Hoffman is a recipient of the Bucknell University Scholarship. Presenting the award, Mr. William Kinch. Rodney Buffington Memorial Scholarship. The Rodney Buffington Memorial Scholarship is given to a student who best represents working together and fostering unity. The recipient of this scholarship is Kelsey Harmon. The award will be presented by Mr. Glenn Buffington. Tom Buskey Student Achievement Award. This award is given to students who have demonstrated progress in overcoming personal challenges towards transition to adult life. The recipient of this award is Eric Klein. Presenting Eric's award, Mr. David Savage. Community Health Center Incorporated Scholarship. The Community Health Center Incorporated of Likens is awarding a scholarship to the senior who has the highest grade point average and is planning a career in the medical field. The recipient of this award is Drew Mace. Presenting the award is Mrs. Krista Applegate. Conservation Club Award is given to the senior member of the club who has been chosen by members and advisors for doing the most to promote the best interest of the organization. The recipient of the award is Brent Hill. Presenting the award, Mr. William Kinch. Depot Women's Club Scholarship Award. Valerie Shiro has been chosen to receive the Defense Distribution Susquehanna Post Depot Women's Club Scholarship. Presenting the award is Mr. Chad McCartney. Valerie and Mr. McCartney, would you remain? You're getting a workout. Elizabethtown University Dean's Scholarship. Valerie has also been selected to receive the Dean's Scholarship from Elizabethtown University. Baccalaureate PIAA District Sportsmanship Award. These awards are given to students demonstrating good sportsmanship and displaying outstanding contribution towards their chosen sport. The recipients are Justin Antis and Martina Nguyen. Presenting the award, Mr. Michael Cownon. The FFA Keystone Degree Award. The FFA Keystone Degree is the highest degree that the Pennsylvania FFA Association can bestow upon its members. It is earned through intensive FFA involvement and through supervised agricultural experience project record keeping. The recipients of this award are Alyssa Adams, Raymond Belak Jr., Kate Knorr, Nathan Neiswinder, and Tiffany Wenzel. Presenting the award, Mr. Mark Dietrich. Gordon E. Foster Round Ball Scholarship. Sponsored by the UDA Round Ball Club, this award is given to a senior varsity basketball club member who plans to matriculate to college, an accredited trade school, or any other institution of higher learning. 4 years on a basketball team, second effort, leadership, and overall team contribution earned this award for Justin Andrews. Presenting the award, Mr. Michael County. Girls basketball scholarships. Coach Rogers on the girls basketball team is sponsoring 2 scholarships. The first is the Teresa Petrella Scholarship in honor of the mother of Madeline Rogers. This goes to the senior member of the girls varsity basketball team with the highest GPA class rank. This year's recipient is Kelsey Harmon. The second scholarship, in honor of David Rogers, brother of Coach Rogers, is for the senior player chosen by the team in respect to sportsmanship, hustle, dedication, determination, team spirit, and overall average in each of the categories. The recipient is Martina Nguyen. Presenting the scholarship is Coach Joanne Heim, the junior varsity girls basketball coach. The Glenn Chapter number 425, Order of the Eastern Star Award. This is given to a senior who displays high school moral and aesthetic values, is involved in church and community services, shows potential in becoming an asset to his or her community, and has at least a B average. The recipient of this award is Gail Freeman. Presenting the award, Ms. Tara Dietrich. The Green Team promotes conservation of our natural resources. This year, Lauren Stinska is receiving the award for her service to the team. Presenting the award, Mr. David Savage. The Green Wing Hunting and Conservation Club Scholarship is given in recognition of a student's dedication to wildlife conservation. The recipient of this award is Michael Neely. Presenting the award, Mr. David Barter. Fred Hanoski Achievement Award. This award is presented to a student who has had to overcome major obstacles to earn his or her high school diploma. The recipient of this award is Joshua Greenwood. Presenting the award, Mr. Fred Hanoski. The Helen Henninger Scholarship is sponsored by Lynn Henninger in recognition of Helen's many years of service to the Upper Dauphin Area School District as a teacher, reading specialist, and a high school counselor. Character, integrity and essay, academics and financial need, plus being enrolled in an associate or bachelor degree program are the criteria for selection. The recipient of the Helen Henninger Scholarship is Valerie Shiro. Presenting the award, Mrs. Helen Henninger. Dr. Paul E. Hoffner, a distinguished graduate of this high school, went on to earn the highest honors as a college student, graduate student, a professor, consultant, and author. The award is given to a student who has shown promise at the academic and leadership qualities which Dr. Hoffner epitomized. The recipient is Drew Mace. Presenting the award, Mrs. Helen Henninger. The Roberta L. Haupt Scholarship is awarded in recognition of outstanding achievement and for pursuing a career in a nursing or healthcare field. The recipient is Valerie Shiro. Presenting the scholarship, Mr. Evan Williams. The Imagine America scholarships are presented to students who will be continuing their education at a participating technical school and show promise for success. We have two recipients of the $1,000 scholarships. Jason Fisher will be attending Lincoln Technical Institute, and Tyler Henninger will be attending the Computer Learning Network. Presenting these awards is Mr. Evan Williams. Ithaca College President's Scholar. Ithaca College has selected Abigail Volovich as the President's Scholar based on her academic ability. Presenting the scholarship, Mr. Ronald Hom. Okay, that's our one mess up for the night. The Dr. Lynn H. Kitzmiller Honorary Scholarships. The Upper Dauphin Area Educational Association provides awards to the seniors with a GPA of 3.0 or higher who are majoring in education and planning to enter the teaching profession. The awards are given in honor of Dr. Lynn H. Kitzmiller, former high school principal. The recipients of the award are Gail Freeman, Stephanie Fultz, and Kevin Shadle. Presenting the award is Mrs. Becky Shuey. Earl Klinger Memorial Scholarship. This award is presented in memory of Earl E. Klinger, the founder of Klinger Lumber Company. It is awarded to a hardworking senior who is involved in school and community activities and is pursuing a career in the business field. The recipient is Brandon Miller. Presenting the award is Mr. Bob Klinger of Klinger Lumber Company. Lebanon Valley gives the Achievement Award to students based upon their class rank. This award is a one-quarter tuition scholarship. This year we have two awardees. They are Gail Freeman and Michael Neely. Presenting the award, Mr. Brian Budok. The Lion Club's District 14T, which encompasses Dauphin, Perry, Juniata, and Franklin counties, has awarded a scholarship to Victoria Undercuffler. Presenting the award, Mrs. Joan Sleesman. College has awarded a Lycoming Scholarship to 4 of our students based on their high school academic records. Receiving these awards are Drew Barter, Ashley Bingaman, Stephanie Foltz, and Kelsey Harmon. Presenting the awards, Mrs. Barbara Menshaw. The Ernest R. McDowell Healthcare Scholarship. This scholarship is given to deserving students who are pursuing careers in the health field. Our award winners are Drew Mace and Sherry Spryer. Presenting the award, Mrs. Joanne Hine. Messiah College Scholarship. Messiah College has awarded a full tuition trustee scholarship for academic achievement to Christopher Dodds. Presenting the scholarship, Mrs. Shelley Casper. The Miller-Bolton Awards are made possible through the J. Melvin Bolton Estate in memory of Mr. and Mrs. James Miller and Mrs. Agnes Bolton. They are given to the senior girl and boy who have demonstrated allegiance to their school and community. These seniors are selected by their peers. This year's recipients are Drew Mace and Tiffany Wenzel. Presenting the award, Mr. Barry Klippinger. Drew, would you please stay here? Mr. Klippinger, please. The Lawrence L. Miller Pharmacy Scholarship. The Lawrence L. Miller Pharmacy Scholarship is in memory of Lawrence L. Miller, who was born in Millersburg and was the inventor of Sucrets. This scholarship is given to the student who is pursuing a career in the field of pharmacy. The award goes to Drew Mace. Mr. Barry Klippinger, presenting the award. The Mason Miller Scholarship is given to a senior who has been a 2-season athlete for at least 2 years, who is a well-rounded student that gets along with peers, is in good academic standing, and is planning to continue his or her education. The recipient is Justin Antis. Presenting the award is Donna Miller, mother of Mason Miller. National Association of Women in Construction Scholarship. The National Association of Women in Construction Scholarship has been awarded to Erin Fryer, who is pursuing a career in the construction field as an architect. Mrs. Kristen Applegate is presenting this award. National Wild Turkey Federation's Academic Scholarship. This award is presented to a senior who is a leader at school and in the community, as well as participating in hunting sports. This year's winner of the essay contest is Kate Knorr. Justin Annis and Drew Barter are also receiving recognition as honorable mention for participating in the contest. Presenting these awards is Mr. Jeff Bordner from the local chapter. Through the efforts of the Nestor Charitable Foundation in Lycans, 3 $500 scholarships have been made available to those seniors who have demonstrated a potential for success and deserving of financial assistance and have been admitted to a college program. This year's recipients are Jessica Green, Kevin Shadle, and Victoria Undercoupler. Presenting the award, Mrs. Laura Nestor. The Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week is held each year at the Lycoming College campus. Students who attend this event and then enroll in Lycoming College after high school receive a scholarship from the foundation. Drew Barter will receive a $1,250 scholarship from the Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week Foundation. Presenting the award, Mr. David Barter. Should have thought twice on that one. Penn State University Renaissance Fund Board Scholarship. Penn State University has awarded a Renaissance Fund Board Scholarship to Victoria Undercoupler. Presenting the award, Mr. Michael Cownon. The Kevin L. Peters Memorial Scholarship is given to a senior football or basketball player who is continuing his or her education, demonstrates leadership qualities, and most importantly, a never-quit attitude. The recipient of this award is Kyle Warner. Presenting the awards are Scott and Craig Peters, brothers of Kevin Peters. Philadelphia University Scholarship. Philadelphia University has awarded an academic scholarship to Aaron Pryor. Presenting the scholarship, Mr. Ron Hom. The Pottsville Republican annually awards a scholarship to a deserving senior who excelled academically and will be continuing his or her education. The recipient is Chad Kinch. Presenting the award, Mr. William Kinch. The President's Award for Educational Excellence are given to those students who have attained high standards of academic achievement. The criteria are based on a 3.8 grade point average and 1,000 or more on SAT scores. The recipients are as follows: Alyssa Adams, Travis Buffington, Christopher Dodds, Jessica Green, Kelsey Harmon, Katie Hoffman, Jana Hollenbach, Kate Knorr, Drew Mace, Danielle Mattern, Martina Nguyen, Aaron Pryor, Victoria Undercoupler, and Abigail Volovich. Presenting the awards, Mr. Stephen Klinger. President's Award for Educational Achievement recognizes a student who shows outstanding educational, social, and emotional growth. This year's recipient is Jeremy Parson. Presenting the award, Mr. Stephen Klinger. The PTAC Scholarship is sponsored by the High School Parent-Teacher Advisory Council for sons and daughters of PTAC members. The scholarship is based on the recipient's academic achievements, involvement in school and community activities, and the pursuit of a post-secondary education. The recipients are Christopher Dodds and Chad Kinch. Presenting the awards and scholarships is Mrs. Gail Seiler, co-president of the UDA PTAC. The Pete Sittlinger Trust was established by his family in memory of Ronald Pete Sittlinger, who coached the Upper Dauphin Legion baseball team from 1972 until his death in 1996. Mr. Sittlinger also coached the UDA high school team from 1984 to 1996, first as an assistant and then as head coach. During his years of coaching, he touched a lot of young people's lives and is remembered as a man who gave his all to the team. The award is given to recognize the Northern Dauphin County student athlete who exemplifies sportsmanship and is planning to continue his baseball career into his college years. The recipients are Justin Antis and Kyle Werner. Presenting the award, Coach Steve Klinger. The Society of Farm Women, group number 14, is pleased to present the award to the student who has made the most academic improvement over the past 4 years. The recipient of this award is Corey Miller. Presenting the award, Mrs. Barbara Menshaw, a member of Farm Women. The Special Achievement Award, provided by the National Honor Society, is presented to members of the senior class who have faced many challenges as he or she worked towards earning a high school diploma. In recognition of his courage and determination, the National Honor Society is pleased to present a Special Achievement Award to Eric Klein. Presenting the award is Allison Hunsberger, National Honor Society President for 2004-2005. The William S. and Arthur R. Stombaugh Scholarships are awarded based on financial need, academic achievement, leadership, and service to school and community. Victoria Undercuffler has been awarded a Stombaugh Scholarship. Presenting the award, Mr. Mark Dietrich. Thinking Outside the Box, Fast Signs Scholarship. While most scholarships recognize achievement in traditional areas such as sports and academics, Fast Signs President Todd Taylor created this $1,000 award to honor special students who demonstrate creative talent and original thinking. It is with great pleasure it is with great pride and expectation that the Fast Signs Thinking Out of the Box Scholarship goes to Abigail Volovich. Presenting the award, Ms. Heather Brunner, Fast Signs Secretary and Treasurer. Thrivent Financial Member Scholarship. Kate Knorr was selected to receive a member scholarship from Thrivent Financial for Lutherans. From more than 7,000 applicants, Kate was one of 1,700 chosen to receive a scholarship valued at $2,000 per year, renewable for 4 years. Thrivent Financial for Lutherans is a not-for-profit Fortune 500 financial organization. Presenting the award is Financial Associate Brian Nobinger. The Tri-Valley League sponsors a program to recognize a student athlete who also excels in the classroom. The requirements are that the student has earned a letter in any sport and has obtained a 3.5 grade point average by the end of the third marking period of their senior year. The recipients are Alyssa Adams, Drew Barter, Ashley Bingaman, Christopher Dodds, Stephanie Fultz, Jessica Green, Kelsey Harmon, Drew Mace, Michael Neely, Martina Nguyen, Victoria Undercuffler. Presenting the award, Mr. Stanley Weaver. Drew Mace, would you please remain? Stand there. The Upper Dauphin Area Trojan Football Club awards scholarships to graduating seniors who played varsity football and who matriculate to a college or accredited trade school. The awards are based on athletic ability, academic achievement, and overall contribution to the team and the school. This year's recipients are Joseph Clark, Drew Mace, and Alec Peters. Presenting the award, Mr. Chuck Fultz. The Twin Valley Players Association would like to recognize students who have given of their time and talents to participate in Twin Valley Players productions. Students receiving certificates are Christopher Evans and Gail Freeman. Presenting the award, Mr. Chad McCartney. University of Science in Philadelphia Merit Award. Drew Mace was selected to receive a University of Sciences in Philadelphia Merit Award, which he may receive for 6 years while enrolled in the pharmacy program. Drew was chosen based on his strong high school academic record. Presenting the award, Mrs. Joanne Hine. Upper Dauphin Area Rotary Club Award. These awards are given to seniors who have been active in student activities, attained high scores on their scholastic aptitude test, and at the same time have maintained high grades throughout school. The awardees are Kelsey Harmon and Victoria Undercuffler. Presenting the award, Mr. Barry Clippinger. Upper Dauphin Area Wrestling Memorial Scholarships. These scholarships are presented in memory of Andy Mortensen, Mason Miller, and Tommy Lauer. To those seniors who participated in the wrestling program throughout their 4 years of high school. The recipients are Drew Barter and Joseph Clark. Presenting the award, Mr. David Barter. The VFW Post 2385 and Ladies Auxiliary of Gratz annually sponsor the Voice of Democracy essay contest. The following seniors won the competition. They are, first place, Alyssa Adams. Second place, Victoria Undercuffler. Third place, Kate Knorr. Presenting the award is Mr. Thomas Osenbach of the VFW Post 2385. The Walter S. Derby Award for Service. This award is presented to a graduating senior who has contributed outstanding service to the school. This award was made possible by the late Walter S. Zerby, a successful businessman of Likens. The recipient is Chad Kench. Presenting the award, Mr. William Kench. The departmental awards are given annually to those graduating seniors who are outstanding in a particular subject area. In addition to achieving high grades in a particular subject, the awardee should be able to communicate his or her knowledge to others, use his or her ability effectively and wisely, and have acceptable citizenship. Most of the departmental awards have been made possible through individuals, businesses, and organizations within the area served by the school district. We will present the departmental awards alphabetically by subject. Agricultural Award. The Agricultural Department is sponsored by Henninger Farms. Also, DeKalb is giving a pin and certificate for agriculture achievement to the outstanding student in agricultural sciences. The recipient is Kate Knorr. The award will be presented by Mr. Mark Dietrich. The Art Award is provided by Community Bank N.A. The recipient, Joseph Lehman. The award will be presented by Mr. Ron Hom. The Building Trades Award is provided by Klinger Lumber Company. The recipient, Kyle Yeagley. Presenting the award, Mr. David Barter. The Business Award is provided by Mrs. Andrew Smith. The recipient is Jamie Stroecker. Presenting the award, Mrs. Shelley Castle. Try to choose. computer award is provided by Shortcuts by Lisa. The recipient, Christopher Dodds. Presenting the award, Mrs. Shelley Kastner. The Cooperative Education Department Award is provided by the Billow Insurance Agency. The recipient is Andrew Summers. Presenting the award, Mr. David Savage. The Culinary Arts Award is provided by the Barrysburg Ladies Community Club. The recipient is Danielle Wilbert. Presenting the award, Mrs. Becky Shuey. The English Award is provided by Mel's Movie Mania. The recipient is Kate Knorr. Presenting the award, Mrs. Joanne Kiefer. The French Awards are provided by Virginia's Clothing Store and The Special Place. The recipients are Katie Hoffman and Abigail Belovich. Presenting the awards, Mrs. Krista Applegate. The German Award is provided by Mid-Penn Bank. The recipient is Travis Buffington. Presenting the award, Mrs. Becky Shuey. The Industrial Arts Awards are provided by Klinger Lumber Company. The recipients are Alyssa Adams and Matthew Gustin. Presenting the award, Mr. Brian Budock. The Latin Award is provided by Rita's Italian Ice. The recipient is Kelsey Harmon. Presenting the award, Mrs. Krista Applegate. The Darwin R. Williard Memorial Award in Mathematics is awarded to Katie Hoffman. Presenting the award, Mr. William Kinch. The Helen E. and Arthur A. Horn Memorial Awards are given to both instrumental and vocal music. The instrumental winners are Gail Freeman and Abigail Belovich. The vocal winner is Christopher Evans. The award will be presented by Mr. Chad McCartney. The Physical Education Awards are presented to two students who have displayed the most outstanding and consistent effort in all physical education activities. The awards are presented by MI Home Products. The recipients are Justin Antis and Martina Nguyen. The awards will be presented by Mrs. Joanne Heim. The Science Departmental Award is sponsored by Central Pennsylvania Rehabilitation Services. This year's recipient is Katie Hoffman. Presenting the award, Mrs. Jackie Harner. The Social Studies Award is provided by James A. Reed Funeral Home. The recipient is Kate Knorr. The award is presented by Mrs. Barbara Minshoff. Kate, would you stay here, please? The Spanish Award is provided by the Gratz National Bank. The recipient is Kate Knorr. Presenting the award, Mrs. Becky Shuey. The Peer Helpers Organization provides assistance and education to their fellow students. These certificates are awarded to honor the commitment these dedicated seniors have made to their peers in the Upper Dauphin Area School District. The peer helpers are Lauren Bordner, Abigail Boyer, Kelly Dunkel, Gail Freeman, Stephanie Fultz, Katie Hoffman, Jana Hollenbach, Ashley Lubo, and Sherry Sprauer. Presenting the award, Mr. Steve Klinger, advisor to the Peer Helpers. Stephanie, Lauren, and Sherry. Mrs. Shelley Kastner will present the awards to senior members of the yearbook staff. The following seniors, please come forward. The one-year members: Felicia Bender, Lauren Bordner, Joshua Greenwood, Ashley Kunkel, Joseph Lehman, Abigail Miller, Courtney Pendle, Aaron Fryer, Sherry Sprauer, Lauren Stinscomb. Two-year member Stephanie Foltz. last night we recognized two groups of honor students. Included in the first group are those students who will graduate with honors having a 3.0 or higher grade point average during their 4 years in high school. The awards will be presented by Mr. Evan Williams. Please come forward when I read your name. Justin Antis, Drew Barter, Nicholas Bixler, Robert Blyler, Travis Buffington, Christopher Evans, Jessica Green, Courtney Jury, Jill Copenhaver, Ashley Kunkel, Joseph Lehman, Corey Miller, Nathan Neiswinder, Robert Reinald Jr., Mitchell Wright, Kevin Shadle, Jamie Stroecker, Andrew Summers, Kyle Werner, Danielle Wilbert, Kyle Yeagley, and Travis Zizek. The second group of students are those who are members of the National Honor Society. They have maintained a 3.25 grade point average and have excelled in character, leadership, and service to their school and community. The awards will be presented by Mrs. Krista Applegate, National Honor Society Advisor. When I read your name, please come forward to receive your award. Alyssa Adams, Ashley Bingaman, James Bowman, Christopher Dodds, Gail Freeman, Stephanie Foltz, Kelsey Harmon, Katie Hoffman, Jana Hollenbach, Chad Kinch, Kate Knorr, Drew Mace, Danielle Mattern, Michael Neely, Martina Nguyen, Aaron Fryer, Valerie Shiro, Sherry Sprower, Victoria Undercuffler, Abigail Volovich, and Tiffany Winsel. Each year, the Pennsylvania Department of Education awards certificates for proficiency and/or advanced levels achieved in writing, mathematics, and reading. The following students have been awarded certificates. Students, please come forward as your name is read, then return to your seat after receiving your certificate. Presenting these certificates are Mrs. Joanne Kiefer, English Department Chairperson, and Mr. William Kinch, Mathematics Department Chairperson.
Alyssa Adams. Justin Antes. Tasha Baker. Drew Border. Christina Bender. Felicia Bender. Ashley Bingaman. Nicholas Bixler. Robert Lyler. Lauren Gordner. James Bowman. Abigail Boyer. Samantha Brocious. Jamie Brumfield. Travis Buffington. Michael Sejic Jr. Joe Clark. Rachel Dietrich. Christopher Dodds. Kelly Dunkel. Nathan Agel. Christopher Evans. Gail Freeman. Stephanie Holtz. Lisa Gatling. Jessica Green. Joshua Greenwood. Matthew Gustin. Kelsey Harmon. Tyler Henninger. Brent Hill. Paula Hockenberry. Katie Huffman. Jana Hollenbach. Joshua Jeffries. Courtney Jury. Chad Kinch. Travis Kissinger. Kayla Klauser. Kate Knorr. Jill Kuppenhaber. Ashley Kunkel. Joseph Lehman. Jason Lanker. Shara Flesher. John Leschko Jr. Ashley Lubel. Drew Mace. Danielle Matter. Ashley Metzner. Miller. Brandon Miller. Holly Miller. Corey Miller. Tasha Mills. Ryan Now. Michael Neely. Nathan Neiswender. Martina Nguyen. Courtney Kendall. Alex Peters. Sarah Pomeroy. Aaron Pryor. Robert Rydell. Shannon Rich. Mitchell Wright. Ashton Schwallam. Colby Shade. Kevin Shadle. Justin Shiley. Valerie Shiro. Megan Schultz. Christina Sims. Jordan Snyder. Sherry Sprower. Jamie Strohecker. Andrew Summers. Victoria Undercuffler. Abigail Volovich. Kyle Warner. Tiffany Wenzel. Amy Wyatrowski. Molly Wheat. Danielle Wilbert. Stephen Wilson Jr. Brittany Wortley. Travis Zizek.
I'm sure you realize that that was a tremendous accomplishment to that many students receive those proficiencies and advanced awards. So again, thank you. Okay, here we go. Over the past 4 years, 2 students have achieved the highest academic grades as members of the class of 2004. Throughout this year, there has been no margin to separate their achievements. It is my first time, and it is my great pleasure to announce co-valedictorians Kate Knorr and Abigail Volovich. The Lions Club George D. Masseri Memorial Award will be shared between the 2 valedictorians. This year, presenting the award is Mrs. Beth Norino. The valedictorian awards are given by Mid-Penn Bank. Presenting these awards, Mr. Barry Klippinger, the Superintendent of Schools. Ladies and gentlemen, one last introduction. Mrs. Shelley Kastner has done an outstanding job preparing these students for this portion and the next 2 evenings, which you'll be enjoying. So, Shelley, would you mind standing and just showing off? Ladies, if you'll meet your class and take them out, that would be wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the class of 2004, they'll be leaving, and if you would join them outside to congratulate the recipients. Thank you, class. chair, Kelsey. Okay, I'm going to go in. I'm going to start the professional listening and just right on down. Go on to the scripture. All the girls that added
mark and celebrate the success of many, many years. And of course, Father, to mark and celebrate the fact that you have been with us throughout all of those years. So this night, we pray your presence among us and all that is said and done here. May this truly be a night that your Spirit would encourage us, and may it be a night for all of us to remember. We ask your presence among us in the name of your Son and our Savior, Jesus Christ, in whose name that we pray. Amen. Would you join me in singing the...
8 through 11. I keep the Lord always before me. With the Lord at my right, I shall never be shaken. Therefore, my heart is glad. My soul rejoices. My body also dwells secure. For you will not abandon me to Sheol, nor let your faithful servant see the pit. You will show me the path to life, abounding joy in your presence, the delight at your right hand forever. I can still vividly remember the day I got my first official box of Crayola crayons. It was a typical Friday afternoon, and as usual, I was going to my grandma's house. As I opened the door, I saw something sitting on her kitchen table. At that moment, I knew immediately it was a gift for me. I ran to the table only to find the coolest box of crayons I had ever seen. It was the brand new 164-count Crayola pack, which even included a sharpener built into the back. To say my other generic crayons paled in comparison to this masterpiece was an understatement. I couldn't believe my eyes as I took it all in, the different colors. Robin's egg blue, gold, and even every neon shade known to man. Looking at all the different crayons, I pondered to myself, though, Why would someone need so many colors? Wasn't red, green, blue, and yellow enough? It has been years since I have asked myself those questions, but I finally found the answers to them. Every crayon is important and comes together with the others to form the entire box. This metaphor easily applies to life as well. Everyone is a different crayon in the box of life. Each can be bright and vivid, subdued and mellow, or dull and boring. However, all the different crayons come together and form a group that is ultimately gets along. The class of 2004's Crayola Crayon Box is a mixed assortment of very diverse colors and shades. Everyone has special activities that he is interested in, but amazingly, discrimination does not exist in the halls of Upper Dauphin between the seniors. The best part about being a member of the class of 2004 is a mixture of vibrant, interesting personalities. Just like the different colored crayons in my first Crayola box. Anyone that has ties to our senior class knows that there's never a dull moment around us. We all march to the beat of our own drum, not caring what others think of us, which is ultimately the best way one can live their life. Standards of popularity are set in stone at high schools across the country, but at Upper Dauphin High School, we have erased the normal popularity codes and have rewritten them to include everyone. It is no longer considered geeky to be involved in certain activities or to like different things. The students in the class of 2004 respect one another, accept each other's flaws, and embrace their positive attributes. To be a shockingly hot pink crayon in the 2004 Crayola box instead of a dull brown is not something considered abnormal. Being unique and different is something we celebrate instead of putting down. As we walk through the doors of our high school for the last few times, we cannot forget the wonderful memories we have made here. High school was a place of first love, driver's licenses, sports championships, academic accomplishments, and forever friendships. With the remembrance of these happy times, coupled with the knowledge and experience we have accumulated over the years, we will venture into the future confident that we can do anything. Being able to think positive will ultimately lead us to success and stray us away from failure. Like the different personalities of each crayon of the class of 2004, many of us will choose different career paths as well. Some of us will become doctors, others teachers, and maybe a few will even own their own business. And although it's hard to say where everyone will be in 5 years, I can honestly say that everyone in my class is headed towards bigger and better things. As we now commence and part our separate ways in life, it is still important to point out and remember the significance and symbolism that lies in that simple pack of Crayola crayons. To be or to do things that you enjoy, whether or not it makes you that different colored crayon, is surely the recipe for true happiness. The class of 2004 has done nothing but set an example of how classmates should get along. Although there have been squabbles from time to time, we have ultimately risen above the pathetic standards of popularity and have accepted one another for who we are. You can clearly see that friendship, compassion, and love reign supreme among the class of 2004. And that, my friends, is what life is all about.
probably maybe you believe it, that we are what we eat. So this afternoon after church, I took a trip to the grocery store just to see what I could find. Several things kind of caught my attention. I found bacon bits that contained no bacon. I found a ham soup base, and when I read the ingredients, guess what? No ham. Coffee flavored Posto. It's not really coffee. Maybe you knew that. Coffee creamer, no cream. Strawberry, grape, orange Kool-Aid. You already had no strawberries, no grapes, no oranges. Seafood salad, no seafood. Grape nuts. I never understood it. I have no idea what's in grape nuts. I found chicken gravy that contains no chicken. Lemon pudding, no lemon. Spring water that doesn't come from a spring. It's bottled by Coca-Cola from a tap. I found cheddar cheese crackers. There's no cheddar cheese in those crackers. And Little Debbie banana twins, some of my favorite, no bananas. I did find one honest product, however. Let me read you the ingredients. Beef tripe, mechanically separated chicken, beef heart, partially defatted beef fatty tissue, vinegar, salt, sugar, and flavor. The label said, potted meat product, the only honest one on the shelf. With that in mind, would you give your attention to the reading from James chapter 3, as James, the apostle, teaches us about those things that are true and those things that are not so true. If you are wise and understand God's ways, live a life of steady goodness, so that only good deeds will pour forth, and don't brag about the good you do, then you will be truly wise. But if you are bitterly jealous, there is selfish ambition in your hearts, don't brag about being wise. That's the worst kind of lie. For jealousy and selfishness are not God's kind of wisdom. Such things are earthly, unspiritual, and motivated by the devil. For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder, every kind of evil. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure. It is also peace, loving, gentle at all times, and willing to yield to others. It is full of mercy and good deeds. It shows no partiality and is always sincere. And those who are peacemakers will plant seeds of peace and reap a harvest of goodness. So humble yourselves before God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw close to God, and God will draw close to you. Among the products at the grocery store, two that really captivate my attention are powdered milk and potato flakes. And I'll tell you why. Years ago, some Einstein figured out that if you zap these things long enough, you can suck all the juice out of them and reduce them to dry piles of flakes, put them in a box that will last forever on the shelf. You want to know why they last forever on the shelf? Powdered milk tastes like something between a laxative and sidewalk chalk. And potato flakes, well, I don't even think we want to go there. If God wanted potatoes to be in flakes, I think he could have done it himself. What really gets me about these products is not how bad they are, which they are, but it's how much time and energy and money are spent into reducing them to lifeless piles of dehydrated flakes, and then how much time and energy and money are spent in convincing you to buy them. In all the packaging and all the promotion and all the commercials telling you that if you just take these things home and add a little bit of water, why, they'll taste even better than the real thing. Don't laugh. It's working. Our culture is becoming very, very proficient at marketing the not-so-real thing as even better than the real thing. When we were kids, we called that pretending. Today, you can do that on TV. You've seen that reality show, Faking It? I just watched an episode this afternoon. Did you see the insurance salesman? The guy who wanted to fake it and train how to become a stuntman? Or remember the episode with that gal who was a self-confessed geek, but she had this desire to be a professional cheerleader. So she faked it. She was pretty good. And again, I would say don't laugh because it works. Remember the movie Catch Me If You Can? Leonardo DiCaprio plays a true story about a young man who fakes his way through life's dozens of professions, including an airline pilot and a physician and a banker before he's actually caught. Well, it's a true story, and this young man actually did fake his way through life. He actually did make millions of dollars, and when he was caught, and all fakers are, he was so good that the FBI employed him, and they used him to help them catch other fakers. Well, James knows a little bit about faking. He says, geeks turn to cheerleaders, that might be amusing. Insurance salesmen who want to be stuntmen makes good entertainment. But if we fake something as serious as being a doctor, or a pilot, or a firefighter, well, that's not funny. As a matter of fact, it's what my dictionary defines as, and I'm quoting, lack of ordinary quickness or keenness of mind. And you'll find that under the word stupid. The Apostle James knows all about powdered milk and potato flakes, even though they weren't invented at this time. He understands the nasty taste that a fake leaves behind. So when he's writing to Christians who are scattered all over the world at that time, he writes about two kinds of wisdom. True wisdom, which comes from heaven, and then a false wisdom, which is earthly, he says, and unspiritual. And since, of course, in James' day, wisdom was a lot more than your SAT scores or what you had in your brain, wisdom was who you really were. I think it's accurate to say that James is writing about two kinds of lives, real lives and fake lives. Listen again to that 13th verse as he describes a real life. If you are wise and understand God's ways, live a life of steady goodness, so that only good deeds will pour forth. If you are absolutely true, you'll be constant inside and out, like a real potato. No matter how you slice it or dice it, it's the same through and through. You can't say that about potato flakes. He says if your life is not really matching your lips, then you're faking it. And your life is like a pile of potato flakes, and maybe just as appealing, no pun intended. Well, actually it was. We're supposed to laugh there. Wisdom from God is different than wisdom from our world. He reminds us in that 17th verse, as he writes about what it means to be real. Wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure. It's also peace-loving, gentle at all times, willing to yield to others, full of mercy and good deeds, shows no partiality, and is always sincere. It's first of all pure. So again, I got out my dictionary and I looked up that word. Pure means free from adulterating or extraneous matter. Pure means free from contamination, pollution, or dirt. But my favorite definition of pure is this: being that and nothing else. And that would be what I would challenge you this evening. Just be that and nothing else. He says this true life, this real life, is a life that is always sincere. There's no deceit, there's no hypocrisy, there's no falseness. It's genuine, it's pure, it's like your Levi's jeans. It's the genuine article. Of course, fakes are just the opposite. And in that 15th and 16th verse, he gives us a lowdown of what a fake life is like. He says, jealousy and selfishness are not God's kind of wisdom. Such things are earthly, unspiritual, motivated by the devil. For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, you will find disorder and every kind of evil. I find it very telling that James describes a fake life with words like jealousy, selfish ambition, disorder. Speaking of selfish ambition, one more movie. Did you see Bruce Almighty? I held out for a long time, but I finally did go and see it because everyone kept asking me, Pastor, did you see Bruce Almighty? So I figured I had to do it. And I'm glad I did. Because in that movie, of course, you remember Jim Carrey gets all those superpowers, and he gets to play God for a little while, everything probably every one of us would like to do. What would you do with a couple of those powers? Let's say you could have the power of invisibility. that right now you could just disappear, clothes and all. Some of you would like to do that right now, I'm sure. What if you could have the power of flight? You could go anywhere you want, any altitude you wanted, up to 1,000 miles per hour, just by thinking of it. What would you do? What would I do? What would anyone do? Well, on NPR's program called This American Life, John Hodgman conducted an unscientific informal survey when he asked people, which one of these powers would you choose? Which is better, the power of invisibility or the power of flight? Now, what he found surprised him. No matter which power people chose, they used it in self-serving ways. Their plans weren't flashy, their plans weren't heroic. In fact, they were almost never heroic. They were never even simply kind. Here's something that hardly anyone ever mentioned in the interviews. I will use my power to fight crime. No one seemed to care about crime or justice. No one wanted to work for peace, local peace, or even national peace, or worldwide peace. No one tried to be merciful, or even just plain helpful. Hodgman wondered why no one wanted to take down organized crime, bring hope to the hopeless, swear vengeance on the underworld, even if it was just a little bit. One typical respondent who had been asked and who had chosen flight commented this way, and I quote, I don't think I'd want to spend a lot of time using my powers for doing good. If I had to rescue someone from a burning building, I might catch on fire. He said, I think I'd go to Paris. I'd be going to Paris, man. Going to Paris, man, is not a superhero. But his answer is telling. Nobody interviewed on This American Life took responsibility for others less fortunate than themselves. No one wanted to use their superpowers for doing good, helping the underdog, saving a drowning kitten, beating up bad guys. No one was interested. Turns out that people were either secretly or very openly selfish. Now, this isn't a surprise to James because he says this is the wisdom of the world. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is don't settle for powdered milk when God wants to give you the cow. Don't settle for a fake religion that's been dehydrated of all of its truth and power. Don't buy into the idea that foundational relationships like family and marriage can be reprocessed down into a pile of lifeless flakes. You know what I mean? The least common denominator, two consenting adults of any persuasion and a preacher in a ring. Don't be impressed by our culture's ability to package and promote the not-so-real thing as even better than the real thing. Don't spend all your time and energy and money building a life that is anything less than 100% real. I mean, who wants to live an entire life and then leave a legacy that sounds like a list of ingredients? Artificial flavors and colors added, 100% synthetic, contains no real stuff. But the question is how? How do we tell? How do we tell what's real and how do we tell what's fake? What steps must I take in order to make sure my life is built on real stuff? Well, I'm glad you asked. James says in verse 6 and 7, it's pretty simple. Humble yourself before God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw close to God, and God will draw close to you. It all begins, says James, by submitting, by yielding, by humbling yourself to God. And I think that makes sense. If I want pure spring water, then I want to go to the source. I don't want water bottled by Coca-Cola and sold to me as spring water. I'm going to go as close as I possibly can to the source. So why not go to God? Why not go to the one who has created realness? Why not, in your adult life, build a worldview that says, and I know this is going to be radical, God is real. And he exists as the standard of realness. So everything that comes into my life, I can measure against him. What do you have to lose? James says if you draw near to God, God will draw near to you. The other side of the coin, of course, is to resist. Resist the devil. Same thing your mom told you. Stay away from that guy. He's bad news. The devil was the first guy to fake it and then convince other people to do the same thing. So stay away from him. But not just him, but all the other wisdom that the world has that is basically foolishness. Resist and question and challenge. Don't be fooled by shiny boxes. Don't be fooled by unsolicited testimonials. Don't be fooled by the endorsements from our sports superstars. You're a lot smarter than that. I'd like to close my short challenge to you with perhaps what is the most famous and time-tested philosophical discussion on realness that has ever been recorded between a horse and a rabbit. Of course, I'm talking about that children's book by Marjorie Williams Bianco, The Velveteen Rabbit. The skin horse had lived longer in the nursery than any of the others. He was so old that his brown coat was bald in patches and showed the seams underneath. Most of the hairs in his tail had been pulled out to string bead necklaces. He was wise, for he had seen a long succession of mechanical toys arrive to boast and swagger and by break their mainsprings and pass away. And he knew they were only toys and they would never be anything else. For nursery magic is very strange and wonderful. And only those playthings that are old and wise and experienced, like the skin horse, understand what it's all about. What is real? Asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender before Nana came in to tidy up the room. Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and a stick-out handle? Real isn't how you're made, said the skin horse. It's a thing that happens to you. When a child loves you for a long time, not just play with you, but really loves you, then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. When you're real, though, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once, like being wound up, he asked, or bit by bit? It doesn't happen all at once, said the skin horse. It takes a long time. And that's why it doesn't often happen to people who break easily or have sharp edges or have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you are real, most of your hair has been loved off, your eyes drop out, you get very loose in the joints, and very shabby. But these things don't matter, because once you're real, you can't be ugly, except to those people who don't understand what real is. To the graduating class of Upper Dauphin High School 2004, I say, if you're not real, get real. And if you are real, by all means, be real. And if you aren't being real, then no matter what you do after tomorrow, stay real. Because there's nothing more disappointing than a nice, tall glass of ice-cold powdered milk. Allow me to pray for you. Father, we do pray for those who are sitting in these seats before us today. We pray as they would graduate and go all their different ways, some going far, some staying near, that you would give them the wisdom they need to discern that which our country and our culture tries to sell them. May they be absolutely 100% real as they draw near to you. And this we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Send waters where we go.
nella mia preghiera, quanta fede c'è. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us grace of will be saved. Sogniamo un mondo senza più potenza, un mondo di speranza, qualcosa di là, mano più vicina, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La cosa che ci dai, e il desiderio che con un divinore intorno dentro sé. Let it be your prayer, just like every child. Need to find a place, guide us with your grace, give us grace so we'll be saved. Nella fede che hai acceso in noi, sento che ci salverà.
a los maestros que nos han dado los conocimientos para confrontarnos con el futuro.
May God bless the teachers who have given us the knowledge to face the future.
Que Dieu bénisse nos parents qui nous ont aimés et guidés.
May God bless our parents who have loved and guided us.
Lieber Gott, danke schön für unsere Erfolge. Wachen Sie über uns mit unserem Studium, unserer Gesundheit, unserer Arbeit und unserem Leben. Gott sei Dank.
Dear God, thank you for our successes. Watch over us with our studies, our health, our work, and our life. Thanks be to God.
Deus nos fortunat ad meliorum procuremus homines.
God bless us so that we might make the world a better place. Lord, hear our prayer.
Bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he lift his countenance upon you and give you peace, both now and forevermore. Amen. You may be seated.